Assalamualaikum and hello to Puan Putri Roshda. My name is Adam bin Azmi. My matrix number is 01 DDT 23F1045, and this is our presentation on our secure mobile computing case study. In our presentation, it consists of 3 group members: Adam bin Azmi, which is myself, Adam Zikri, and also Muhammad Afnan. So, to answer the question of the case study, which is selecting 4 typical attacks in mobile computing and discussing it in detail for each of the 4 attacks. So, the contents that we'll be discussing is on discuss attack prevention strategies and also mitigation advice. So, as you can see, this is the 4 choices that we've chosen: phishing, malicious software, man-in-the-middle attack, and also unauthorized app. So, for me, I'll be explaining on the phishing part. So, what is phishing attack? Basically, it is a form of attack that is used by an attacker to trick users like us to share personal and sensitive information by impersonating real companies or trusted individuals. Basically, these forms of attack is usually performed through emails, SMS, and it can also be used through phone, which is called phishing instead of phishing, to lure in users that are oblivious to these sort of scams. So maybe you could see that if you were gotten an email, maybe impersonating a real company, maybe offering a job. So without thinking, you just click the link and suddenly you have maybe has downloaded a malicious file or things like that, which can harm your device. So back to the real question for the case study is the attack prevention strategies. So for this presentation, I've presented 3. So first up, user education, of course, through spreading awareness to users to be more mindful and attentive to this sort of to detect suspicious messages and links, and of course through phishing, maybe do not accept any random calls, especially when it's comes in random numbers. Next, we have enabling multi-factor authentication. So basically, maybe for accounts or login apps that contains like sensitive information in them. So by enabling MFA, it basically adds an extra layer of security to the account in those apps. So thirdly, we have safe browsing practices. So in the modern browsers, you can basically download extensions such as Chrome extensions for ad blocker. Basically, it ensures that maybe if there's any ads, it will instantly block. Um, Next, we also have bookmarking websites that are real to ensure that there's no mistaken in or mistype in URLs. So basically, it is very easy for these phishing scams to come in through maybe fake websites. A simple change in letter can instantly mimic a real website. For example, maybe like Maybank. So if they were to change the URL of the Maybank just slightly, it could instantly scam users that are not mindful about those URLs, which can cause very, very big issues to us. Next, we have mitigation advice for phishing. So first up is instant action. So once the user maybe realize that it has been a victim of phishing scam, maybe it is advised to quickly change the passwords of the account, and I guess of course other important accounts as well. Now also to monitor accounts for unusual activities. As myself, I've also been a victim of phishing scam through my Discord. So once I instantly notice, I monitor the account for my Discord that has basically it send different links to my friends or servers. I instantly changed the password of my Discord and the issue was instantly resolved. Next, we have scanning device. Basically, by scanning device with an antivirus app to detect if any suspicious file or apps were downloaded quietly, if you were to accidentally click a link or things like that. And thirdly, we have monitoring permissions to monitor permissions of certain apps that has ability to cause more harm. So if you didn't notice that there are certain apps that we can allow more permission, maybe through the app, it can access our contacts and also our sensitive detail, which can obviously cause so much harm to the rest of our device. All right, this is all from me to explain on phishing. I'll be passing on to my friend Adam Zikri to explain about his attacks next. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Adam Zikri bin Nasli. My matrix number is F1150, and now I will continue the presentation with the types of threat explanation. First, we got malicious software. What is malicious software? Malicious software is a form of attack where an attacker use harmful program designed by attackers to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to computer system and sensitive data. Um, it, it can be used to steal information, monitor user activity, or damage files without the user consent or knowledge. Basically, malicious software is a harmful software that is disguised as a normal software with the purpose of doing harmful things to the user. As we got attack prevention strategies for malicious software. First, we have install and update antivirus software. Regularly use reputable antivirus and anti-malware software to detect and block threats. Reputable antivirus usually have an active scanning features that actively scan for threats when you are downloading software from the browser. Next, we got avoid downloading unknown files or application, and only download software and files from official, verified, and trusted sources to reduce the risk of malware infection. For example, if you want to if you want to download games, make sure to download it from a reputable sources such as Steam, Epic Games. Next, we got limit software installation permission. Uh, lim- Limit software installation permission restrict software installation to authorized user only to prevent uh, accidental or intentional malware installation, which means only admin can do software installation, or normal user need to ask admin for password, which will prevent this problem. Next, we got mitigation advice. First, we have regular system update. Regular system update keep your operating system, apps, and security software up to date to patch vulnerabilities that malware can exploit. Next, we get data backup and recovery plan. Frequently backup your important files on external storage or cloud services so that data can be restored if malware cause damage. This also helps to fully restore your data if it's really happened. Next, we got user awareness and training. Um, User awareness and training educate users about the signs of malware infection and the danger of clicking unknown links or attachment. This will help user to prevent this problem from ever happening in the future. Next, we got the third type of attack, which is man-in-the-middle attack. Man-in-the-middle attack is a form of cyber attack where an attacker secretly intercept and possibly alters the communication between two parties without their knowledge. The attackers positions themselves between the victim and the intended recipient to, uh, to, to eavesdrop or steal sensitive information. It can be used to capture login credential, personal data, or manipulate message during online sessions without the user consent or awareness. Next, we got attack prevention strategies. First, we have use encrypted connection. Um, Always ensure website and online services use HTTPS to protect data in transit from being intercepted by attackers. Using HTTPS, it will help with encrypting your data so that the attacker could not actively look at your information. Next, we have avoid public Wi-Fi for sensitive transaction. Um, do not access banking, personal, or confidential uh, services over unsecured public Wi-Fi network without a secure VPN connection. VPNs really helps with masking your IP address and making you anonymous to the attacker eyes. Next, we have implement strong network security measure. use firewalls and VPNs to secure network communication and prevent unauthorized interception. This is just a generally good ways to prevent this kind of attack as it helps with tighten up your security. Next, we have mitigation advice for man-in-the-middle attack. First, disable unnecessary network services. Turn off services like remote desktop, file sharing, or network discovery on devices where not needed. This will help with reducing potential entry points for attacker. Next, we have securely rotate password. If a man-in-the-middle attack is detected or suspected, immediately change affected password and authentication credential to prevent further exploitation. And I suggest you to avoid using password that may be similar to your old password so that the attacker could not guess it. Lastly, we got stay alert for suspicious network behavior. Be aware of unexpected disconnection, login prompts, or certificate warning while browsing or using online services. Recognizing unusual activity or weird behavior on your browser can help you detect and stop threats before they cause harm. And that's all from me. And I will pass to my friend Muhammad Afnan to continue the presentation.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afnan bin Fahmi. My number matrix is 01GT23F1195. So let's discuss for attack prevention strategies and mitigation advice for unauthorized app. So for the unauthorized app and OS exploits, jailbreaking and routing. So let's be introduced what is jailbreaking and routing. Jailbreaking is the process of removing Apple software restriction and iOS device, giving users full control over the device. And then is a routing is a Android equivalent, granting users administrative or root access the Android operating system. Okay, so why jailbreaking routing is a security risk? First is the built-in security layers are removed. Your apps become more vulnerable to malware and unauthorized access. The second one is app sandboxing is bypassed. Apps can access data from other apps or the OS itself, breaking privacy and security. The third one is unsigned and unverified apps can be installed. This could be Trojans, spyware, or backdoor version of legitimate apps. The last one is OS update may be blocked or delayed, leaving device open to known vulnerabilities. Next is example of risk and exploits. You know the root Android phone install a pirate apps with keylogger capabilities, capturing all password type into any app. Next one is a jailbroken iPhone use a free theme app that actually contains spyware, tracking the user's location and reading message. Those in device with root access might be targeted with privileged escalation exploits, allowing attackers full control of the OS. Next is how to prevent strategies. First, we have to implement mobile device management, block or restrict access to enterprise system for jailbroken. Next, set policies that detect and alert administrators if a device is compromised. Second one is use compliance checks. And first runtime device check to confirm integrity before allowing access to sensitive app or system. The third one is educate users. Inform employees about the risk of jailbreaking, such as losing warranty, damaging the device, or exposing company data. The fourth one is disable site loading and developer option. On Android, block installation from unknown source. On iOS, prevent enterprise device from being enrolled in developer mode. So the last one is mitigation advice if a device is root or jailbroken. The one we have to quarantine the device from the network and restrict its access immediately. The next one is request the user to factory reset the device to remove unauthorized change. The third one is reprovision the device only after it passed compliance and security checks. The fourth one is audit app and network activity to identify any potential data breach or misuses. Reset credentials and token used on the compromised device. So for the conclusion, for this topic is mobile device has become essential tools in a modern workplace, but they also introduce serious security challenge as highlight threats like malware, phishing, intermediate attacks, and authorized system modification and compromise sensitive data and disruption. Organizations must take a proactive approach by combining user education, strong mobile device management, threat detection tools, and strict security policies. By understanding these risks and implementing effective prevention and mitigation strategies, companies can better safeguard their mobile infrastructure and ensure secure remote productivity. Okay, so that's all from my group. Thank you.